Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Dr. Shivangi and the topic for today is facial hyperpigmentation, its causes and treatment. What is facial hyperpigmentation or facial melanosis? It is the most concerning problem of every individual nowadays. The reason could be to look more presentable in current times of using social media, or there could be many reasons. The most common cause of facial melanosis are freckles and solar lentigines, melasma, periorbital melanosis, that is dark under eyes, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation or blemishes, or perioral melanosis, forehead melanosis, pigment-free demarcation lines, real melanosis, that could be the cause could be the allergy to cosmetics or allergy to hair dye. Exogenous ochronosis, acanthosis nigricans, hormones or stress. What happens after maturation? Melanin is transferred into the surrounding keratinocytes. The epidermal melanin unit is defined as 1 melanocyte to about 40 keratinocytes. We Asians have more of eumelanin, while Europeans and Americans have more of pheomelanin. That's why they are lighter in color. What are lentigines and freckles? Lentigines are brown colored spots on face, forearms, neck, shoulder, which can appear due to sun exposure and are caused due to increased melanocyte production. What are freckles? Freckles generally appear after the age of 30 and present on the face only, and in freckles only the amount of pigment being produced by the melanocyte is increased. How to treat freckles? Sun protection is most important, especially between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Hydroquinone and tretinoin are given for short duration to decrease the pigmentation. Then intense pulse light therapy, chemical peels like AHA, PHAs can be used. Topical creams like kojic acid, niacinamide, alpha-arbutin, vitamin C, vitamin E also are effective treatment modalities. What is melasma? An acquired pigment-free disorder which is symmetrically present as brownish or grayish-brown macules on the face. In India, 20 to 30% of older women present with facial melasma. Causes of melasma could be exposure to UV radiations, increased estrogen levels due to OCP or pregnancy. It could be genetic. Then there are phototoxic drugs like fluoroquinolones, hydroxychloroquine, dapsone. Then tetracycline, sulfonamide, they can cause hyperpigmentation on the face. Ovarian dysfunction could be a cause. Then thyroid or liver disease could be a cause. Melasma could be epidermal or dermal or mixed. Dermal melasma is tough to treat. Treatment is, we give oral tranexamic acid. Then sunscreen is to be applied 365 days. It should be gel based or matte finished, which should cover broad spectrum UV radiation, blue light, infrared rays, with at least SPF of 30 to 50 and PA value of 3 to 4 plus. Topical tranexamic acid works here. Again, niacinamide, which is vitamin B3, works here. Then vitamin C, 10 to 15% works here. Alpha-arbutin, kojic acid, 2%. You can use, and AHA, PHA serums can be applied at night. Vitamin C, vitamin E, ferulic acid serums can be applied. You can give oral glutathione 1000 mg per day, and low fluence Q-switched Nd:YAG laser is another modality. Now, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. The most common cause is acne. Then it could be atopic dermatitis, could be one cause, psoriasis or impetigo, irritant or allergic contact dermatitis on the face, photocontact dermatitis, insect bite reactions, and it could be due to laser therapy. What happens in PIH? Melanophages get accumulated in the dermis. Now, the treatment of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is again vitamin C 1000 milligrams daily, vitamin E 400 international units, then curcumin 500 milligrams, omega-3 fatty acids, glutathione orally. Then topically we can give Niacinamide to correct spots, kojic acid, alpha-butane, vitamin C serums, alpha-hydroxy acid serums that are having mandelic acid, glycolic acid or lactic acid are to be used. Then there are more reforms like PHAs, that is polyhydroxy acid can be used. Glycolic peels, pyruvic acid peels, salicylic acid and mandelic acid peels, then fruit acid peels, phytic acid peels can be used to treat PIH. Now, periorbital hyperpigmentation or dark under eyes. 50% of women in our country suffer from dark circles. Cause could be genetic, PIH, decreased vascular supply to the area or vascular leakage of hemosiderin or biliverdin, lack of sleep, continuous usage of laptops, TV or mobile. And the treatment is avoid prolonged use of laptops or mobile or TV. You can do 10 strong blinks every hour to increase vascular supply to muscles around eyes. Use vitamin K serums or creams and vitamin C serums or creams. Then again, you can use retinol serums once or twice a week. Broad spectrum sunscreen application is must. Then there are arginine, lactic acid, phytic acid peels, and of course Q-switch, India laser and fillers. Now the perioral dermatitis, it is characterized by a group of itchy or tender small papules. Generally people using topical corticosteroids, nasal steroids or oral steroids, cosmetic creams, makeups and sunscreen, fluorinated toothpaste, OCPs, or there could be hormonal changes or neglecting to wash the face or drooling of saliva. Seborrheic melanosis is also there, where perinasally there is redness, flakiness or hyperpigmentation. Allergy to perfumes or lipsticks or silver in sweets that we eat. It could be cause of perioral dermatitis. How to treat? Zero therapy. Avoid any cream or cosmetic. Stop using steroid. Wash face with warm water. Only when it subsides you can use a non-soap based cleanser and gel sunscreen. Dermatologists can prescribe azithromycin or doxycycline or isotretinoin as per the treatment required. Then exogenous ochronosis, this is diffuse pigmentation symmetrically present over the face, neck and photoexposed part. Causes could be due to prolonged use of 2 to 5% of hydroquinone. Treatment is stop uses of the causative factor. And the treatment is topical niacinamide, alpha-arbutin, kojic acid, tranexamic acid 10% works, vitamin C serums, AHAs, PHAs, then lasers, peel like phenol peels work here but under the guidance of dermatologists. Now, acanthosis nigricans. This is the hyperpigmentation with thick skin. It is present periorbitally or armpits or neck area, back sometimes, and in cheeks too. Benign acanthosis nigricans is called as pseudoacanthosis nigricans. It is due to insulin resistance. Treatment is correct hyperinsulinemia through diet and medication, lose weight and obesity, eat omega fatty acids, vitamin C, glutathione. Then walk 10,000 steps daily and half an hour of cardio helps to treat acanthosis nigricans. Then retinol serums, glycolic acid peels, phenol peels and laser also works here. Now, the pigmentary demarcation line or PDL, which are generally hereditary and doesn't respond to treatment, they are present periphery of the eye orbits or laterally to the cheeks or chin. Then there is forehead melanosis. Causes could be constant friction with towel, etc., sun tanning, allergy to hair dyes, use of headache balms, etc. Treatment is avoid the cause. Now, lip hyperpigmentation. Most common cause is smoking, allergy to lipsticks, which are long lasting. They have lead in them, some fluorinated toothpaste, silver in sweet wraps, mint balms, fragrance balms, then expired cosmetic if anyone is using. Nail paints could be one cause of lip hyperpigmentation. Heat and dehydration could be one cause. Then lip licking, lip smacking habit. Then fig scrub eruption could be one cause. Then sun exposure, or it could be genetic or trauma to the lip. And treatment is use SPF based lip balm which is fragrance free and color free. Use ghee or malai at night. Almond oil or coconut oil can be applied. Then you can do a sugar scrub once or twice a week. Glycolic peels, lactic acid peels are effective. Then Q-switched Nd:YAG laser to lighten the lip. So this was all about the topic.